Okay, welcome to thanks. Welcome to Critter Central's Power BI report demo. So I know we're all ready to begin this exciting data visualization adventure, but before we begin, I'd like to provide some context into this report. So Alicia suggested, I think very wisely, that we try to incorporate more data into our project alongside the app. So while I was looking for relevant data sets to fulfill that aim, I stumbled across HABRI, which is the Human Animal Bond Research Institute. And I was really intrigued by their international study, the International Human Animal Bond Survey. And I wanted to dig deeper into the 10 countries that were featured in it. And the goal was really to explore at a high level economic and any related data that might shed some light onto Critter Central's global potential. So, uh, I guess in that aim, the World Bank Group fit in perfectly, and they're very generous with sharing their data. So we decided to concentrate on relevant indicators, which would include economic and tech related indicators. And then also including one metric from HABRI, which was the country level total HOB score, and that's the human animal bond score. So let's look at the report. And our first page is basically a summary. So it incorporates the data in a way that is friendly for people who maybe they want to compare, they want to look into the data, but they don't want a ton of details. So each country has, these are the 10 countries that were featured in the survey. So each one has a tile or a button where you can actually flip through and see the data change for the specific country. You can see we have our KPIs over here, and this is the HOB score from HOBRI. The rest of this comes from the World Bank. And each visualization provides insight into the data for whatever country is selected at the top. So moving on to the second page, this is really for people who want details and they aren't afraid to just dive right in order to compare the countries. So in order to facilitate that comparison, we have color gradients here. And that helps to, I guess, draw the eye to prominent differences in the numbers, as well as helps the users navigate these sort of data and number heavy visualizations. And you can see the HOB score again over here just provides some additional information. So before diving into the actual report, I'd like to just give credit where it's due, and that's to our data sources. So of course, HABRI, the Human Animal Bond Research Institute, and their international survey, which really sparked everything, as well as the World Bank Group, who very generously shares so much data. I really encourage you to check out both of these organizations. They do amazing work. So I'm going to briefly stop sharing so I can switch. All right, here's our report in action. So as you can see up at the top, we have our countries and you can switch through. You will see the data change for each country. Our KPIs are over here, of course, and then we get to see these visualizations that provide some additional contextual information over the 10 years. And if we look into our sort of detail page, you can see that in addition to having the gradients here, we've grouped the indicators. So economic ones are here, and then the tech related ones are here, just to further facilitate comparison. So this is definitely not for the number phobic, but if you want to dive right in, we're giving you that possibility. So stop.
Really sure what's happening.
I see
There it
now.
is. There it is.
Oh, you
Oh,
can see it?
Yep.
it's just being slow. Okay.
Okay, fantastic. So we're gonna go back to the homepage. We've already logged in. Um, so we will just do a quick tour through the households. We have nanny's house and then home. So you can have multiple households based on, what pets you need to care for. Sometimes you care for pets outside of your own household. Inside of your household, you can have as many pets as you'd like. You can edit or delete them. You can also add a new pet. The add a new pet modal just pops up here. You can do pet name. There is a species drop down. If you know their age, you can just enter an approximate age. If you know the birth date, there is a calendar picker for the birth date. So we will go into one of the pets and let's see, his information did not populate. So let's go back. Let's pick another pet. I think I have one that has more details in it. Bones. Yes, Bones has more details. So reminders, you have an assortment. If you click the little pencil, a little pop-up shows up. You can select your category. You can delete from here, save, or just go back if you don't want to do anything. The little plus is how you add a reminder, but I don't want to do that right now. And the functionality for medical records is exactly the same. The plus, you can add a record, can view everything from here. I wonder if that will, yes, okay, that does pop up. I'm gonna wait. I'm not gonna wait for that to load. But you can view your files from here. If you have something that is a photo, it should prompt and show a like a preview. Just depends on what type of file that you upload. You can delete the record and then it times out, goes back. And then you can see your records from here. And then we also have our daily log. This is the part that Evan helped out a lot with. This was our third feature. So it has calendar tasks, and then you can click on a date. So let's say I want to add something for the 17th. We'll just say cat vomited. Description in the kitchen. I don't know, whatever you want to put. And then you can just save, and it does that same timeout and then shows up below. So the goal behind the calendar task is to just remember what happened and when it happened. Um, you can also edit just like the other features as well. So that's pretty much Critter Central in a nutshell. Again, I'll show you the account page real fast. Same thing, just you can log out from here or go back to home. So that's all I have.